Hey, wherever you are right now, whether we've met already or fate is still guiding us toward one another, this message is for you. You know, life has this quiet, beautiful way of weaving two souls together long before they even realize it. And sometimes the heart speaks in whispers long before the world can hear the words. So, future wife, this is my secret message to you. I hope you're smiling somewhere. I hope the world is being kind to you. And I hope you know, truly know, that there's someone out here learning, growing, and becoming better every day, not just for himself, but for the moment our paths finally meet. If love is a journey, then consider this the first step, a gentle promise that whoever you turn out to be, I'm already grateful for you. And when the universe decides it's time, I'll be ready. I don't know where you are right now, or if you are thinking about love the way I am, but I feel the need to speak to you across time and space, to send these words into the quiet corners of the world where they might find you one day. There is a part of me that has always known you exist, even before I could name you or imagine what it would be like to meet you. It's a strange kind of certainty, the feeling that a soul somewhere is moving through the world in ways that align quietly with mine, that we are walking parallel paths, learning, growing per parallel paths, learning, growing, preparing for a moment that we cannot yet see. I wonder about you in a thousand little ways, what your laughter sounds like, the way your eyes brighten when something excites you, the small, subtle movements that make you you. I wonder if you know, even faintly, that someone out here is imagining your presence with a tenderness that feels almost sacred. Sometimes I close my eyes and picture you in the ordinary moments of your day. Maybe you're drinking coffee and watching the sunlight spill across the table. Maybe you're laughing at something small but significant. Maybe you're lost in thought as the world moves quickly around you. I imagine your mind wandering through dreams and worries alike. And in that moment, I wish I could be there to sit quietly beside you, to share your silence, to offer a presence that feels steady and kind. Music. I think about how our first meeting might not be a grand event, not something spectacular or dramatic, but a simple moment where recognition passes between us like a quiet wave, a knowing without explanation. I think about how my heart will respond, how it will feel at ease for the first time in a way that is subtle, grounding and infinite all at once. There is an odd beauty in imagining love before it happens, in imagining the person you will cherish before the world has introduced you. It is not about fantasy, it is about the quiet hope that love is waiting, that tenderness exists for you, that someone is learning how to meet your heart without needing to demand or impress. There is something sacred in preparing oneself for the one who will be the center of your love, in cultivating patience, kindness, understanding, and compassion, even before knowing who exactly will receive it. And I want you to know that all of that preparation is for you, even if you cannot see it yet. I imagine the future not in dramatic ways, but in the gentle unfolding of everyday life. But in the gentle unfolding of everyday life. I see the two of us sharing quiet mornings, sipping tea or coffee together, feeling the rhythm of our days interlacing without needing words to confirm what is already known. I imagine the small acts of care that will mean more than grand gestures. Holding your hand in a moment of uncertainty, making you laugh when the world feels heavy, simply sitting with you in silence when words are not enough. These ordinary moments, I imagine, will form the tapestry of our love, each thread woven with patience, gentleness, and a deep respect for one another's humanity. I want to love you for everything you might become, too. I want to embrace your imperfections, your doubts, your fears, your quirks, your laughter, and your joy. I want to see the world through your eyes and to honor your perspective, even when it differs from mine. I want to celebrate your victories with you, console you through setbacks, and simply be present in the ways that matter most. I want to be someone who listens without judgment, who offers support without expectation, who loves with a quiet intensity that does not need recognition, but thrives in the simple act of giving itself freely. There is a delicate kind of longing in writing this message to you before meeting you. It is a longing for connection that does not yet exist, a yearning for someone whose presence has not yet entered my life, but who is already shaping my heart in profound ways. It is a longing tempered by patience, by the understanding that love cannot be rushed, that it must be cultivated, that it must just be cultivated, that it must. There is a certain softness in speaking to someone who isn't here yet, someone whose existence you can feel even in their absence. When I let myself think of you, there's a quiet warmth in my chest, like a candle that refuses to go out even on the stormiest nights. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe this message is nothing more than a flame lit in your honor long before your footsteps enter my life. But whatever it is, it feels real. Music, it feels true. It feels like the beginning of something meant to grow slowly, patiently, with all the tenderness that love deserves. I find myself imagining the world you're moving through right now. Maybe you're somewhere laughing with friends, unaware that your joy is echoing through the universe in ways that might someday reach me. Maybe you're focused on your goals, determined and strong, not realizing that someone far away admires that strength more deeply than you could ever imagine. Or maybe you're simply trying to make it through the day, feeling a little tired, a little quiet, a little uncertain about where your life is headed. If that's the case, I want you to know that it's okay. You're allowed to feel everything, every doubt, every hope, every fear, every flick, every fear, every flicker of courage that pushes you forward, even when you feel like staying still. And even though I'm not there yet to hold your hand or listen to your worries, I'm here in spirit, believing in you with a gentle devotion you haven't met yet. Sometimes I close my eyes and wonder what kind of love will grow between us. Not the dramatic, loud kind that burns too fast and leaves only ashes behind, but the kind that feels like a steady heartbeat, reliable and warm. A love that doesn't demand attention but offers comfort, music. A love that doesn't need perfection but thrives on presence. A love that isn't built on fear or urgency, but on understanding, patience, and quiet admiration. But on understanding, patience, and quiet admiration. I imagine us building something strong together, something beautiful, something neither of us has to pretend to fit into, something that simply feels like home. I don't want us to be two perfect people trying to meet ideal expectations. I want us to be human, beautifully and honestly human, with flaws and laughter and vulnerability and growth. I want you to feel safe showing me the parts of yourself you hide from the world, the tired parts, the uncertain parts, the shy parts, the hopeful parts, because I believe the heart opens the most where it feels seen, and I want you to feel endlessly seen by me, not because I'm trying to fix anything about you, but because I want to understand everything that makes you who you are. There's a gentleness I imagine in our connection. Maybe we'll sit together on quiet evenings, talking about nothing and everything at the same time. Maybe we'll share moments where words aren't needed at all. The way your eyes soften when you look at me, the way your breath becomes steady when you look at me, the way your breath becomes steady when you rest your head on my chest, the way your fingers intertwine with mine, naturally, effortlessly, like it's something they were meant to do. I imagine the feeling of seeing you after a long day, the relief that washes over me simply because you exist, because you're near, because the world suddenly feels kinder when your presence is part of it. I wonder about your dreams. What future do you imagine? What hopes do you whisper to yourself late at night? What secret joy do you hold close to your heart, afraid the world might not understand? I want to know these things, not to claim them or change them, but to support them, to encourage them, to help you feel that none of your dreams are too big or too small. Whatever you long for, peace, adventure, stability, creativity, healing, I want to be someone who stands beside you as you chase it. Not leading you, not music, following you, but walking beside you in steady companionship. I think about the times you might have been hurt, times when love disappointed you, times when trust felt fragile. If there are wounds you're still healing from, I hope you're giving yourself the patience you deserve. Sometimes the heart needs time to relearn softness after being broken. Sometimes it needs reassurance, consistency, gentleness, and I won't ever ask you to heal faster than you're able to. All I want is for you to arrive as you are, with all your history, all your lessons, all your strength, all your tenderness. I don't expect you to be unscarred. I just hope you know that your scars won't frighten me. They'll tell me stories about your strength, your resilience, your resilience, your courage. And if there are days in the future when you feel overwhelmed, when you doubt yourself, when the world feels heavy on your shoulders, I want to be the one who stands quietly beside you and says, "It's okay. I'm here, not to solve everything, not to erase your burdens, but to share them, to remind you that you never have to carry everything alone again, to give you the kind of love that feels like a steady presence, like hands ready to catch you if you fall, like a voice that stays calm in your storms. There's a kind of beauty in the mundane moments I imagine with you. Doing groceries together, cooking side by side, exchanging sleepy smiles in the morning, sharing conversations at midnight when neither of us wants to sleep yet. It's these simple, ordinary moments that feel like the heart of a real life shared between two people. A life that doesn't need grand gestures to feel meaningful. A life that grows in the quiet spaces and the soft touches and the calm breath between one moment and the next. I want to know the rhythm of your voice when you're excited, the softness of it when you're shy, the strength of it when you're shy, the strength of it when you're shy, the strength of it when you're redetermined. I want to hear your stories, the ones you tell proudly, and the ones you whisper hesitantly. Ones you whisper hesitantly. I want to understand your fears, not so I can remove them, but so I can hold your hand while you walk through them. I want to know the way you think, the way you feel, the way you dream. I want to know the things that make you smile effortlessly and the things that make your eyes glisten with emotion. The things that make your eyes glisten with emotion. The things that shaped you. The things that guide you. The things that make you. Maybe you have already faced moments where you questioned your own worth. Moments where the world felt too indifferent. Moments where someone didn't choose you the way you deserved. If that's true, then I hope you know this. Someone will choose you wholeheartedly someday. Use it. Someone will see your value without needing to be convinced. Someone will stay without needing to be asked. Someone will look at you with a kind of quiet awe, wondering how it's possible for one soul to carry so much beauty inside her. And when that person finally enters your life, I hope it's me. There's a certain peace I feel when I imagine our connection. Not the kind that comes from fantasy, but the kind that comes from fantasy, but the kind that feels grounded, real, possible. A peace that tells me love doesn't always have to be chaotic to be powerful. That tenderness can be just as strong as passion. That stillness can be just as strong as passion. That stillness can be just as meaningful as excitement. That two people can build something extraordinary simply by choosing each other over and over again. I imagine learning you slowly, gently, respectfully, not trying to rush past the chapters of who you are, but savoring them, observing the way you speak, the way you move, the way you react to the world, noticing the little quirks you don't even realize you have, appreciating the subtleties, the way your laughter changes when you're truly amused, the way your eyes soften when you're touched by something, and sweet, the way your shoulders relax when you feel safe. These details matter to me. They're the pieces that create the mosaic of who you are, and I want to understand them one by one. In the future, if we ever argue or misunderstand each other, and we will because we're human, I hope we can approach those moments with kindness. I hope instead of raising our voices, we raise our understanding. I hope instead of pulling away, we lean in. I hope instead of assuming the worst, we remember our love is built on trust, not fear. And I hope that after every difficult moment, we find ourselves even closer, even stronger, even more connected because we chose love over pride. There will be days when we feel tired, days when we feel unsure, days when we feel unsure, days when life pulls us in different directions. But I believe real love isn't about never struggling. It's about never struggling. It's about never giving up. It's about showing up even when it's hard. It's about choosing each other even when the world tries to distract us. It's about remembering why we began, remembering what we mean to each other, remembering that something rare and beautiful brought our hearts together. I imagine looking into your eyes someday and seeing not just the present, but the future, a future built through patience, honesty, affection, and shared purpose. A future where we learn each other's hearts slowly, intentionally. A future where we celebrate each other's victories and comfort each other's losses. A future where we build a life that feels like a sanctuary from the chaos of the world. A future where love isn't just a feeling, but a choice we make quietly, consistently, with full hearts. I want you to know that even though you're not here yet, I'm becoming the man who will love you the way you deserve to be loved. I'm learning how to be more patient, more compassionate, more grounded. I'm learning how to listen more deeply, how to speak more honestly, how to care more intentionally. Because when you finally enter my life, I don't want to love you with half formed wisdom or unsteady hands. You miss. I want to be ready, not perfect, but ready. Ready to give you the tenderness you deserve, the devotion you've earned simply by existing. And even though I haven't met you yet, I already feel grateful for you. Grateful for the way your future presence motivates me to grow. You're grateful for the thought of your smile, your warmth, your kindness. Grateful for the thought of your smile, your warmth, your kindness. Grateful for the love we will someday share, a love that feels quiet yet powerful, gentle yet unbreakable. Grateful for every moment that will lead us to each other, even the ones that feel difficult now. I hope you continue to move through your life with courage. I hope you continue to move through your life with courage. I hope you embrace every lesson, every joy, every challenges. I hope you trust the journey, even when it feels uncertain. And I hope that somewhere in your heart, you feel a faint whisper that something beautiful is waiting for you. Something soft, something real, something meant for your soul.